The Kia Cerato is an often overlooked small car, but it's been on the rise in recent years. So far in 2017, Danny, it's the 4th best-selling model in the class, behind only the big names, the Toyota Corolla, Mazda 3 and Hyundai i30.
Yeah, more people are certainly starting to take notice, Steve, and that's because there's been a few tweaks, like in this, the new Cerato Sport.
So this effectively replaces the previous S Premium model, which has been discontinued. And the biggest new item, I guess, is the shiny 17-inch alloy wheels. But you still get 7-inch touchscreen, navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You know, there's a fair bit of spec. You know, it's a pretty well kitted out little car.
Yeah, the Kia brand and the Cerato brand is really starting to break through, and the changes are good. I like how it looks inside. It's not spectacular, but it's neat. You've got some cheap plastics, but still the finish is good. The storage is great, as always is with Kia. That it's really clever and it's quite comfortable. I think the one thing that's still missing that I'd like to see is automatic emergency braking, but overall I think it's looking good.
Yeah. I think that's the key, isn't it? Looking good. I mean, that's been a real story of Kia's rise through the ranks, so to speak. You know, the design has improved out of sight. You think about Kia, you know, 10 or 15 years ago, and you thought it was sort of pretty cheap and cheerful was the nice way of putting it, but really they were, you know, they weren't that pretty, and they were, you know, were not bolted together that well. Like you say, there's a few little areas they could improve on, but overall, yeah, you know, the look and feel is, you know, much better, much closer to those, you know, cars it's competing with, like the Corolla and the Mazda 3.
So Steve, of course we're talking about styling changes, but the most important thing, or one of the important things, is how are you finding the drive?
Yeah, again, that's another area where Kia's really lifted its game in the last, you know, 5 or 10 years. They've spent the time and the money having a local ride and handling program that they do, where they actually drive these cars before they come here and tailor the suspension within the, you know, the limited possibilities they have. They tailor the suspension and the steering to suit our conditions, to suit Aussie roads, and it really pays off. I actually think it's one of the better riding and handling small cars. Maybe not class leading, but it's definitely up there.
Okay, let's give me a go, and I'll give you my evaluation.
Fair enough.
So Steve, I've been in a few Ceratos, and I have to say this is the best one that I've driven. Like the new 2-litre engine, it's quite punchy. Sometimes it takes a while. It feels like the gears struggle while they're changing, but once it gets going, it's actually quite a smooth car. And you know, mind you, I've just come back from Porsche driving school, so the bar's been set really high, and I still enjoyed the drive. Yeah,
definitely. I think, you know, adding the bigger engine that they did last year was a good step forward. Again, it's not class leading, you know, it's still a, you know, naturally aspirated engine. They haven't gone for the low turbo like a lot of their rivals, but it is good. Yeah, I mean, I think they're starting to tick more and more of the boxes, because one of the big things they've done introducing the Sport is actually cutting the price. It's now $2,500 cheaper than the old S Premium, but offering just a $22,490 drive away, which is a pretty tempting proposition. Yeah, I mean, $2.5 grand, that's a lot of cash, and I think, you know, I think that's going to be another big incentive for buyers, on top of Kia's 7-year unlimited K warranty. That's always been appealing, and I think just having all those components, I think it's just going to make this car even more attractive than what it already is. It's going well already in the sales. Exactly. So, I mean, you add it all up, it's a pretty tempting car. But you know, it's a super competitive part of the market. You know, you've got obviously the Corolla that's been there for so long, the Mazda 3 that's been kicking goals for years now, and of course this car's cousin, I guess you call it, the Hyundai i30. But even in the last month, you know, the i30's come out brand new, the Honda Civic hatch has just launched. There's just so much competition in the small car class. I guess Kia's got to stay on top of its game if it wants to stay, you know, near the top of the sales charts. Yeah, but good news for buyers. Yeah.